Today I want to talk to you about the one metaphor that will forever change how you think about habits. We're going to talk about water that goes nowhere. Now, remember, many people resist structure, right? They see it as rigid, restrictive, and something that limits freedom rather than enhances it. But what if structure wasn't a cage but a container? So I want you to imagine this, bringing out the doodles again. So imagine pouring water, literally, onto a table, right? At first, it may be super fascinating to watch. You're just like, whoa, look at that. The water moves freely, spreading in every direction, but then it begins to seep into the cracks, running off the edges, and disappearing to places you never intended for it to go. And before long, it evaporates, leaving nothing behind. Now imagine pouring the same water into a glass, right? Suddenly it has form, it has function and purpose. You can use it, you can hold it, you can benefit from it. Now, your habits work the same way. So without structure, your energy scatters, right? Your motivation seeps into distractions. Your efforts to build a better routine evaporate before they can even create real change. But with the right habit container, your energy is directed, right? Your habits have shape and meaning. So instead of spilling everywhere, your effort flows into something useful called momentum. Now, let's think about this. We love the idea of overnight transformation, that one day we'll just wake up motivated, ready to exercise every day, eat healthier, and finally stop procrastinating. But in reality, transformation isn't an accident. It's engineered through your habits, and habits need containers. So structured systems that hold them in place, allowing them to grow into something effortless. Now, motivation is like water on a table. It spreads and disappears fast. Structure is like a glass. It allows motivation to stay, to be used, and create real impact. So how does structure actually fuel your habit formation? Well, let's talk about that. Here's why structure doesn't limit you. It frees you. First of all, number one, it anchors your actions. Habits don't survive in randomness. They need anchors, a cue, a trigger, or a predictable rhythm. Think about brushing your teeth. You never forget because it's anchored in a structured routine. The more anchored a habit is, the more automatic it becomes. So here's something you can try. Tie your habit to an existing routine. Want to journal? Do it with your morning tea. Need to move? Squat while brushing your teeth. Number two, it prevents decision fatigue. Ever tried to wing it and then when you're building a habit or trying something new, it is absolutely exhausting because without structure, every day feels like a battle of choices. Should I work out now or later? What should I eat? Should I meditate today? Decision fatigue drains your willpower. Structure removes the mental load. So instead of debating, you just do. So here's your action step. Set a simple, repeatable plan. Let's say you want to exercise, pick a time and work out in advance. Remove decision making from the equation. Number three, it transforms effort into flow. Structure doesn't kill freedom, it creates it. A musician doesn't see practice as a burden. They see it as a gateway to mastery. A chef doesn't view recipes as limitations. They see them as a pathway to creativity. Your habits are no different. When you have structure, they require less effort to maintain, allowing you to operate in a flow state instead of struggling. So here's another thing to consider trying. Set a rhythm for your habits, certain actions at certain times, so they become second nature. Let's talk about building your habit container. So if you really struggle to stay consistent, don't blame yourself. Fix the structure. Here's how to build a habit container that actually works. Number one, start small. Think espresso, not a gallon of coffee. Tiny habits fit into your day and expand naturally. Number two, tie it to a trigger. Link your habit to something you already do. For example, after I pour my morning tea or coffee, I write one sentence in my journal. Or after I brush my teeth, I do 10 squats. You want to, number 3, track your progress, but loosely. Structure helps, but rigidity hurts. A simple check mark or a habit tracker can reinforce progress without feeling like a burden. Number 4, this is really important. Make it adaptable. The best structures are flexible. So if your schedule changes, your habit container can shift with you, not break entirely. Build momentum. The next is build momentum with a win streak. So because nothing fuels habit formation like seeing proof of consistency. Even if your habit is small, 1 push-up, 1 sip of water, keep the streak alive. Next, set a minimum baseline. This is super duper important because instead of an all or nothing type of mindset, create a flexible version of your habit. So best case scenario is let's say a 30-minute workout. The minimum version would be 5 push-ups. So even if you can't do the full habit, you always have done something. So this is really important. Just like the water in a riverbed, your habits need structure to flow in the right direction. Because without it, they can scatter, it can evaporate, and completely disappear. And the difference between people who struggle with habits and those who thrive isn't discipline or motivation, it's design. So if you want better results, build a better habit container, because you'll always remember 1 healing habit away. And just for this, I have created a new free webinar. It's how to lose weight effortlessly without dieting, willpower, or counting calories. And it's all about talking about systems, just what we talked about today. You're going to learn 3 secrets. Number 1, why trying harder will never work and what to do instead. Secret number 2, you are not broken, my friend. You just haven't tried this yet. And secret number 3 is the hidden invisible force controlling your habits. And this one is a surprise. So click the link below to join and watch the webinar on demand. You can see it right now, again, completely free. And thank you for being here as always, sending gratitude, joy, love, and healing to you, because as always, we need more of that in our lives. And I will see you next time.